Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Back north. Hey, 88. Hey, black. Over.
Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. A throw left side, caught by the tight end flyer move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Jets are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, You give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Done for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Prescott to throw it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott off play action. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, a handoff. Nope, it's a reverse. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It gets this complete to Shaheed. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Prescott now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That 3rd down conversion, good for 23.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the right side and caught by Dell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Going right back to Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson from the yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Oh, that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Gets this one to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott going up top. And this is caught. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running right, here's A-Chain. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Prescott. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A-Chain will score. Touchdown, Miami. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Cole Hardman. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. H.A. now up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. Option handoff now to H.A. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground with Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. In motion, Hill. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Breece Hall racing to the end zone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Second down, Prescott. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes in the run game you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Here's 2nd down. Now Dak. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his own game. Totally command to make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Dak. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come.
And that's a touchdown as they broke out a tie here in the final minute of the 4th. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
To throw, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Giants, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.